Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Al Stock Trades. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a pretty fun and important video. Lots of stuff to discuss. So we're going to do a couple of things here. So first things first, on the docket, we have a lot of things happening right now. This week is going to be pretty. So I just posted this on the due diligence side of the Research Edge. Lots to discuss. The big thing here, just very quickly, is November 5th. We have the United States presidential election, so that's important, right? And then the 6th, we have the Clover Health earnings, right, for Q3. Then the next day, the 7th, we have the FOMC decision. Like literally back to back, we got the presidential election, quarterly earnings, and the FOMC decision. So what are they expecting for FOMC? Let me just kind of make this a little zoomed in a little bit so we can kind of read it effectively here. So the markets is expecting a 25 basis for this week, November, and it's expecting another 25 basis point in December. Okay, so definitely some things to look forward to. Very quickly, how you doing, Brandon? What's going on? What's going on, Patrick? What's going on, Nurse? What's going on, Al? Let's do it. Can't wait for Wednesday. Let's do it. What's up, Drew? Audrey says Christmas is coming. Who's Audrey? 8 What's that mean? Okay, so there's a couple things to look at. So, tough to say, but the overall market consensus right now, what market is anticipating is that potentially, once we get to that election, that post-election phase, we may go down 5 to 7%, 5 to 7%, and then we'll do that rebound right after. But here's the problem, and this is kind of where we're situated right now in regards to where we think this could go. So, if you don't recall, we talked about this about a couple days ago when we were talking about dumb money, smart money in terms of here. Let's see. Let's show you. We talked about how dumb money's selling, and now smart money's also selling as well. The stocks are rebounding, but it seems like dumb money is just recalibrating for what's to expect. But again, I tend to want to do opposite of dumb money, but I do want to say something that probably you guys haven't heard before. So if you look at this here, this is the second largest net sell by institution clients in the history, since honestly 2015. So since 2015, we've never seen a sell like this before. So institutional investors have been selling like crazy, especially now. And I think this is them locking in the profits because the S&P is up so well. I mean, the stock market's been doing so well this year. So could we enter a correction phase? I don't know. Could we enter, could this 5 to 7% that we're discussing here, this 5 to 7% decline, could it be already priced in the market? Could it already be priced in to a point where post the election, we would get a crazy rebound and stocks would go up like crazy? There's a lot of theories floating right now, but from the data, we were suggesting that November would be a buy the dip opportunity down month, right? And then we would rebound at the end of November going into December. But then now we're looking at this data that came in, this new data, and it's suggesting that institutions have already been selling to a point where I think dumb money has been buying the highs. So I think regardless of whatever dip opportunity we get, it's going to be recovered. Because if you look at the fundamentals of the S&P and overall fundamentals of what people are reporting, we're doing pretty damn well. And I don't see any signs of a recession in terms of earnings. Now, obviously, people are cutting. They're, cutting and doing layoffs and whatnot, but I don't see signs of a recession. Earnings are great, okay? No matter what people may say, especially in All In Pod. I don't see that. Correction, maybe. Recession, in the next 6 months, highly unlikely. Uh, Potentially, when rates, if they do continue to stay high, then potentially that may hurt commercial real estate, but that's a different story. But what we're seeing is regardless of whether the stock market's going to go up or down or to the side, regardless of what institutions are doing, in the next 6 months, like in the next like in the long term, it's bullish. So and I've always said that. And I've always been a net bull, right? So regardless of whatever comes in the short term, it's going to be the buy the dip opportunity. At least that's what I'm doing. Okay. So what's going on? Hey Patrick, how you doing? Yeah. So my recommendation is you don't use my platform and what I say to constitute whether what you should do. That's your decision. I teach people how to fish, and then we have an educational platform. But it's up to you whether, because you're like saying, should I sell? That's your decision, right? You know, you're the CEO of your own ship, and that's kind of the thing, right? So that's enough what I can say there. So speaking of our platform, our Main Street coupon code expires today in about 6 hours. Use coupon code Main Street. In fact, if we were to go here, and we have a lot of people signing up overnight. Thank you for following instructions and using the Main Street coupon code. It seems that there was a discrepancy within a firm, but they got it back unloaded now if you want to use Chrome. So that was like I suspected. But for folks, just you type in the Main Street here, and then you'll get $600 off lifetime access. But it'll also reduce the Affirm prices down. I'm not too sure why it's not it's loading here. Let me reload it here. There it is. Okay, so yeah, let's just curious to see what the hell happened here. I do have a storm right now, so it is kind of internet is kind of off. We have this nice storm in Tucson, so it's been pretty cool. What in the world? All right. So you put in the Main Street coupon code, and what you'll see is it will reduce the price of the Affirm. For some reason, it's taking a couple seconds to respond here. I'm not too sure. Okay, there it is. Oh, I got to verify I'm not a human. There it is. So it takes 600 off, and then you can see it expires in 5 hours. So definitely take advantage of this. This will be expiring. So take advantage. It reduces it to 85 a month for the Affirm for people that want lifetime access. So take advantage. It expires today. And hopefully my internet's okay. It's a little slow there. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Whatchamacallit. Well, yeah, I see this. If you need to use Affirm to buy you should not be trading. Yeah, honestly, I agree with that statement in terms of using Affirm. But the thing is, sometimes if you want to take advantage of the monthly, because it depends, right? Because Clover was 60 cents, right? And I used the firm for other things that I was using because I would rather Affirm hold the bag while I buy a lot of Clover. That's what I was doing when it was at 60 cents. I was like, screw this. And that goes back to kind of personal preference. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. So let's see here what's going on here. 140 average. I'll buy dips. Usually S&P dips, like smart money buys election. I wish I had an extra disposable 2,500 to buy your course. But time. We'll definitely be here. And in the future, it'll definitely. We'll definitely be here, right? Let's see here. Last year, Clove sold off about 30% in one day in November earnings. You think that will happen? I hope it does, so I can pick up. Well, here's the thing. Last year it wasn't free cash flow positive, so that's the thing. Last year was a different story. It depends if it depends. It depends what the earnings are and what the free cash flow is going to be. So we'll see. Election not going to end on Tuesday. We ain't going to know until 2 weeks. Yes, Rafiki, you're correct. A lot of people are speculating that this thing may not work in terms, like, we may not know their election results until maybe a week or two or something, which is why Wall Street was thinking that's why they're selling off in terms of their right. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm showing you here, right? They're selling off, but I think potentially that's what they're pricing in. But regardless, once they have a president, whoever it is going to be, the stocks are going to rebound. Okay, they're going to go high. Al, what's been your most interesting Euro case so far? Yeah, we'll be publishing it. I'm going to be doing a case report, so we'll talk about that. That'll be fun. There's a lot of cases. I can't obviously give any specifics in terms of like identifiers, but uh, there was a spinal cord tumor that had a melanoma type differentiation, which I was like, whoa, that's weird. Like that's really rare. So that was really cool. No, yeah. Unfortunately, the coupon codes. Unfortunately, we're not gonna sadly do that. We've been pushing out this coupon code for a while, so 5 hours. But don't worry, there'll be other opportunities in the future. So just we'll be here. But yeah, 5 hours, and this coupon code is expiring, and we want to thank all of the members for joining our platform. Yeah, I'm currently investing big time losses. I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely, the best thing you can do is educate yourself on fundamentals, because that's really where it is. Daily chart for CLOV shows a massive M, and we are at the peak, the second leg. Think we will dip to 320, so have some cash available. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if this was to happen, I mean, a lot of people will be killing for 320. In fact, someone had just commented that one of our CPAs said, not like my CPA, like my personal tax, like our member who's a CPA. He said, he would kill for 320, and a lot of people will, right? 80% of 106 shares were bought below that. Hell yeah, James, killing it. Timing the market is risky. You could miss the move and end up chasing. My take, I'm holding to on. It's too risky to swing trade CLOV and get left behind. Exactly, which is why my large stockpile, I'm not touching it. I'm not messing with it. I'm not looking at it. In terms of the day trading, swing trade, that's what's going to go regardless to, like, let's say SoFi or whatever, day trade or whatever. So that I'm not really I don't care about, because I don't want it to exceed more than about 35% of my portfolio. They're going to need a few days to find the extra votes to. Okay, George. Oh man. Harris and Trump will switch leads over the course of 2 weeks, and it will be the Super Bowl for media, and the markets will be volatile. Yeah, so I think that's what this. Guys, I think that's what this. I think that's why institutions are doing this. They're selling out. I think so. I think that may be it. I'm not too sure. I think the only thing CLOV will dip is okay. All right. Okay, all right. Be rough. I can't say it and risking the YouTube video here. All right. So now that we talked about this institution thing, and we talked about kind of what we're thinking about for the market, let's go ahead and just talk about analysts. So, analysts, there's about 3 of them here, and it's just kind of funny, right? This is Yahoo. Anyone can look at this. Look at this. Remember when CLOV, and you can watch my past videos, we've shown this. You remember when it was like 60, 70 cents, $1 or whatever, and then it's like, now the price, it's funny because now the analyst price targets move up with the stock price. So it almost seems like the analysts were getting it right. You know what I mean? And, as the stock price goes up higher, the analyst is going to say $4.70, $5. It looks like it looks like they've basically been helping retail investors. In fact, you want to know that the analysts are not right? Let me show you. Here are the revenue estimates, and it's expecting Clover to grow 8%. Now, me and you both know that, watch this. It's expecting Clover to be down 31% this year. And obviously that's not right. Okay. In terms of it being down, we're actually growing. And then next year they're expecting us to grow 8%, which we know is not correct because guess what? We're going to be 4 stars soon. So I think they're going to increase the growth of Clover. So I don't think we are going to grow 8%. I think we're going to grow more than 8%. And also we're going to get that SaaS revenue. And that's going to increase the amount of revenue we're going to have and the effective growth. So it's very clear that these analysts are mispricing things. And this is where people like us can take advantage of the opportunity. But here's the thing. Let me be clear. Analysts know the value of this company. And it's not like they're mispricing it. You remember when UBS came and said, we would like to warn people that $4 is the fair value? Okay, then why didn't you say $4 was the fair value at 60 cents? Well, wait, we were the only people doing that. Okay. So it's just it's a bunch of BS. And there's only one person that has a buy, and a lot of them are holds, and the ones that said sell are all out in terms of Bank of America and whatnot. So it's just all funny, so just kind of look at that. So one thing I wanted to point out, and I really like this video. A lot of people on our stock terminal members and lifetime, they play this video, and honestly, I really like it. So I'm going to play it right now. I think it's funny. This goes back on December 29, 2022, pretty much. And I said, this is very bullish for Clover. And I really like this video. Yeah, it's my favorite. I forgot that I made this video and you guys post. I really like it a lot. So let's go ahead and play it out here. Hopefully, this thing works here and you guys can hear it. We have a storm, so hopefully this thing works. Let's see. Hello. Welcome now, Stock Trades. In this video, this is going to be one of my most important videos for Clover Health. Now, before I spill the beans, because these are great beans, these beans are the most bullish beans that you can see within Clover, I have something that I would like to express to you and share with you. And it all starts with sentiment such as this. Stop with the being positive. I think many of us are sick from all the BS YouTubers have fed us, from Trey to Al Boston. We need a rebellion. So yeah, so that was a comment that somebody made in regards to because I was making videos about how bullish I am on Clover, and it was trading at all-time lows. And then retail investors were saying, "Oh, this is not all retail investors, but they were basically saying, "Oh, this is BS." Oh my, oh yeah, you remember this? You like that setup, right? Yeah. We'll try to bring it back. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's a nice setup. Yeah, I miss it too. We got the line in the back and all these things. I like it a lot. But a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Al, you're full of crap." You know what I mean? But that's the thing. You want to be greedy. It's just funny. Stocks go down 5%, and all of a sudden, these so-called investors say, "Oh, be greedy when others are fearful." And then all of a sudden, when fearful is in the market, these people are nowhere to be found. In fact, they are the ones that talk crap. When in reality, you need to practice the be fearful when others are greedy, and then be greedy when others are fearful. And unfortunately, they just became so fearful that they ran away. Here it is. Austin, we need a rebellion. I give you the platform to voice your concern and opinion. But in this video, there is something that you all need to learn that has to deal with Clover. It has to. Now, hold on for a sec. Now, where are we right now? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Where are we right now? Are we in like this rally will fall like the others? I think we are no longer at the disbelief phase, because I think that let's share this one here. I think the disbelief. Yeah, I think this one. I think this thing went up and then it crashed down. It crashed like 30% or whatever in August. And I think this was the disbelief phase, right? I think there's two disbeliefs phase. There's people that, because remember, this thing shot up to 160 before and then it fell down. So you remember when it shot up to like 120, 115, 120? And then it people, because I know somebody, sadly, they said that they were trading it back in 90 cents to $1.20, and they thought that it was going to go down. and then it acted like it was going to go down, and all of a sudden Vivek bought, and then the thing basically exploded. So I think there were like two different disbelief phases, but so I think it's just interesting. Let's share the tab here. And now I would say we are at hope. Someone says we're at depression. This is a suckers rally. My retirement money is yeah, I don't think we're in depression. We were in depression a year ago, so I disagree with you, Brandon. I don't think we're there. Oh, you're joking. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think people are depressed anymore. So, but this could be disbelief. We're maybe still be in disbelief, but I don't think we're in disbelief anymore because the stock's up 500%. So I don't know if that's not that. I would say it's hope and optimism. I don't think we got to time to get fully invested because you get to those things. I think once this thing hits $5 plus, or maybe it goes to $10. Honestly, you know what I think? I think once it goes above its, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think once it goes above its SPAC price, I think that's when people are, yeah, you're right. I agree. I think we're in hope. Yeah, I think so too. I think like 75% hope and 25% optimism. Like this rally is real. I think we're here. Oh, I missed it. Your short comment? Where? I don't see it. Me too. Oh, here it is. Now we can't see Al because he's always short. No. I'm wearing a shirt now. I promise. Because he can't afford a shirt anymore. He invested everything in Clover. I can't afford anything anymore. That's it, guys. The camera's gone. It's just a microphone, right? And I got it. I just got it. Thank you, man. Sorry about that. Okay. So, but check this out. You know what I think? I think that once we hit above $10 on the SPAC, I think a lot of people on Wall Street bets and all the people are like, because obviously they want to double 10 to 20, but they don't think that 60 cents to go to 120 is a double. Again, people suck at math, right? But again, the belief phase is coming. And this is the Belize phase. I call it the Belize, right? Belief phase, right? And that's when people are going to go crazy. We already got margin, so they're going to activate margin, and we're just going to basically, we're all going to be rich, and it's just going to go up and up and up. And depending, we'll see how long this is, but I think it depends. It depends where the euphoria phase is going to be based on the fundamentals. We have to do price targets as we get those datas, but I think this will be fun, and then I will make sure to milk the covered calls and cash secured puts as much as I can, because people are going to start, because we're in the beginning now of the S-shape curve, which is why, I tell people, try to join our platform as fast as possible, because we're about to milk the crap out of the covered calls and cash secured puts, and we're just basically going to be printing cash. And ultimately, once Clover solidifies as a company, then these cash secured puts and covered calls, they are going to start going down to maybe anywhere between, paying anywhere between 20 to 60 to 70% every year. So it's going to go down, right? Down to the 20%, 25% per year. But I don't see that happening in the next 3, 4, 5 years. So I would say, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And as you can see, these types of things don't come they come every 20 years. So it's great. So anyway, let's continue playing the video. I just really wanted to just pause it for a second, just kind of hyper analyze this, because we've been through this phase: anxiety, denial, panic. I hate you, Al stock trades, and all this. Who's short of the market? Why did the government allow this to happen? And all this, And now we're about to basically get to this phase, and we're about to make a shit ton of money. All right, so let's go ahead and hear this out. All right. So here, deal with Clover Health ascending to a positive free cash flow value in the most recent trend line analysis that we just did. So I want you to go ahead, share this video, because this video I'm going to break down, and I'm going to show you data that unfortunately nobody in Wall Street has talked about. I'm going to show you data that no one in the whole United States and the whole world has talked about, because it's very simple. It's very simple and it's very organized. They want retail investors to become complacent.
They want them to be filled of an anxiety, denial, panic, anger, and all of the BS that people feel. What's interesting is, as soon as I posted this bullish news, someone said, you spelled bullshit wrong, right? Or I LOL'd, right? Now I want to tell you something.
And honestly, that's kind of funny. They're like, you spelled BS wrong. And that person was never a buyer of Clover at 60 cents. And honestly, who's that person's username? Is that person Hold My Beer, bro? Let's find him. We're going after them today, honestly. Let's see where these people are at. I don't know. Like, how do you search? You just kind of go like this. Oh, there. Oh, we found you. All right, here it is. We found him. Oh, there it is. He's commenting 2 months ago. Me watching new bag holders riding that price elevator down and remembering how I felt 3 years ago. So me watching new bag holders. So he's assuming, so he's still bearish. Oh, shoot. Okay. But he hasn't commented in the last 2 months, and the stock's been basically flying in the last 2 months. Oh, this is fun. All right. It's going down because, okay. It will be like, okay. Let me see. Only one is certain. If you sell, it will start going up. And okay. FOMO on my way up. So I don't know. He's seen. Yeah, here it is. Do not do what you think is right and don't listen to pumpers here. Yeah. So it's very clear this guy's upset. Why? Okay. This is so sad, honestly. Should we comment like, hey man, are you okay? So I mean, this guy is yeah, I mean, let's see. Has he been commenting? Yeah, let's see if he's been commenting for Clover. Yeah, I don't really see anything, guys. He's been gone for like 2 months. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he was. No, you see, you see here, watch this. Did I screw up by investing in Clove? No, it's all Chamat's fault. And he was just part of those people. And unfortunately, yeah, the reason why we're talking about him is he commented on the bullish video saying you spelt BS wrong. And I like downvoted it. I was like, come on, dude. So stupid. Right. And it seems as he's not been in it. And unfortunately, if you look at Clover now in the past 2 months, I mean, this thing's been flying. So he thought it was going to go down, and then it just went up here. So yeah, it is what it is. I've seen a lot of people like him before. The goal is not to be like him, right? So that's the thing. That guy is a paid basher. Maybe he is. I don't know. I just looked at him right now the first time ever. So I don't know. Let's see here. Everyone watch that. Oh yeah. There's gonna be a dog in the bottom right. When I slam my hands, there's going to be a dog. My dogs are like, what the hell is going on? Did somebody say meat? Where do I find good tutorials on how to trade cover goals? So we'll be basically, there's a lot online, but we're going to be doing that in the level 3 portion of the options analysis of our mastering. So we'll be basically doing that. And I think by the time we get to that, I think the Corsa is going to end up going to $4,000 to $5,000. So I mean, the value is going to be there. He basically wants everyone to do what he's doing. He wants everyone to lose money the way he's doing. I mean, that's pretty much it, honestly. Was he LC? I don't know. Maybe it might be him. Maybe it was that guy maybe it was him all along. So someone has been holding for his beer for 2 months. Poor guy. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, man, that's a good joke. I like that. He's a man who oh, shoot. I believe there were and a lot of paid bashers to mislead. Honestly, I believe that. I really do. Because there were some weird posts that happened, and it was weird. It's weird, you know what I mean? Let's continue with this here. It's very funny.
Or I LOL'd, right? Now I want to tell you something a little bit about life, okay? If you want to be successful, you have to fight, okay? You have to fight. Now I'm only speaking about my sex. I can't speak about the opposite sex, right? Or people that don't identify as any sex, right? Or any gender, right? But if you want to be a man, you want to be king, you have to be willing. You have to be willing to be strong and fight. If you want to be wealthy, there is no shortcuts to success. Why do you think there's so many average people? In the stock market, you have a bunch of goats. a bunch of lamb and sheep that literally meh around, but you got one king. You want to be the king? You have to understand fundamental analysis. You have to understand that when they want you to feel like shit, that is when you start averaging down. That's when you start being greedy. When there's blood on the street, that's when you eat, and that's when you get your meat. That is when you eat. Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't know if when I slammed the desk or not, I literally was like, that's when you eat.
that is when you eat.
That's when you eat.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And then look at the right here. You see my dog in the right? He just pops up his head. He's like, did you say meat? We eat the meat when there is blood in the street. I love that. That should be a t-shirt. I like that. Al is the William Wallace of finance. I need to, who the hell is William Wallace? I like Warren Buffett, but I don't know about William Wallace. Who's this guy? Oh shoot, this guy goes back. This guy's go back to 1200s. I got to read more about him. Let's see here. Let's continue. Braveheart. I got to take a look at that. I don't know too much about that timeline, sadly. Let's see.
what I'm about to share with you right now is data, unfortunately, many folks have not shared. I'm going to tell you data.
So we'll fast forward this to the fun part. Let's look at here. We're looking at EBITDA ratio. All the thing you see how it's gone up like that. We were looking at all of it, guys. We were tracking it all. We're doing the due diligence, and we were doing it.
Now, why am I yelling, right? Like, why am I yelling? Because there's so much blood on the street. And whenever there's blood on the street, I get excited. It's like a lion salivating and wanting to eat meat. For all those people that sold their shares, thank you. Thank you. You are the reason why people like us make money. And I hope that one day retail investors will wake up. And I hope that this channel, this platform helps retail investors thrive and battle Wall Street, which has won for thousands of years, not thousands of years, but hundreds of years. But honestly, people like Wall Street, right? The haves and have-nots of our society, right? The bourgeoisie and the proletariats that extend beyond Karl Marx's time have always won. But it's always the little folks that don't win, because you know why? They try to pin the little folks against each other, right? So, in conclusion, we'll be watching this progression as this company goes to becoming free cash flow positive. And I do what I do best, finding companies that are bangers. For all the people that have supported our channel, thank you. There's one thing I want to add. Just a couple days ago, not even yesterday, Chamath Palihapitiya at the All In podcast literally deleted one of my videos. And if you don't believe me, I have proof of it right here. Jason, who's the owner of the All In podcast, literally deleted my video. And you know what's funny? This is what the title of the video was. Why did Chamath Palihapitiya sell some Clover Health stock? Right? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Stick to numbers. Don't stick to the stock price. Stock price does not equal the business. The business and stock price do not equal. The business equals to the fundamentals. Read The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Read Security Analysis by Benjamin Graham. Educate yourself. If you want to win, if you want to be a king and not a pawn or not a goat or a lamb, then you have to learn how to think and strategize and how to add more gray matter in your brain. The beautiful part about chess is that there are so many pawns. They're dispensable, but there's only one king. Every other chess piece can be reignited. A pawn can turn into a queen, but a pawn cannot turn into a king. There's a story in chess. It's the epitome of life. And if you want to win, then I highly suggest you learn and educate yourself. If you like this content, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and please share this damn video. Likewise, we have our New Year's sale. There'll be a link down below for everyone who's interested in wanting to change their lives. I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't use goat because that's Buffett. You're right. I misused goat versus lamb. I didn't know goats were, I should have thought about it for Kobe Bryant because we call him the goat. Yeah, that was my bad. I was just, by the way, this was a live. This was not pre-recorded or anything. I was just heated. And I talked about in the video, oh yeah, hey, smash that like button, right? It's funny because like, let me go ahead and share this real quick here. So share the audio. It's funny because we were talking about Benjamin Graham and here, and this was back in December 29, 2022. But if you go to LinkedIn real quick, and we go to our CFO, Mr. Peter, and then we look up Peter, and then we look up, we look up Peter, Benjamin Graham, undervalued. And yeah, it's hard to find it, honestly, but you remember when he made that post about there it is. He literally made this post 3 months ago. 3 months ago he made this post, and he was talking about the Oracle of Omaha, and he talked about Warren Buffett and Benjamin Graham, and he was talking about this, and of course I loved it because I love this stuff. But let me just double check here real quick. Benjamin Graham. So Buffett grew up and attended the University of Nebraska and later Columbia Business School, where he profoundly influenced by Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. Okay, so now let me just put it together if you didn't put it together for yourself. Okay, I made this video back on December 29, 2022. Obviously, I made a lot of videos, right? And I said that educate yourself on the intelligent investor, educate yourself on Benjamin Graham value investing. I said that, right? And just in case, we can show the transcripts. We can go ahead and go here, go Benjamin, look at Mr. Benji right here, right there. On the 10-minute mark, we'll go to 10 minutes. We'll just go like this, honestly. There it is, right? And I said, read the Security Analysis by Benjamin Graham. Educate yourself. Educate, right? Read The Intelligent Investor. Benjamin Graham. And I said this more than 2 years ago. And then 3 months ago, Peter, the CFO of Clover, talks about Benjamin Graham right here and talks about Warren Buffett, the CFO of freaking Clover, the company that I was telling you was undervalued, the company that we were basically preaching, talking about intrinsic value, when a lot of other people, the guy who's still obviously having someone hold his beer, was making fun of us about, we were basically getting it right. Okay? We were getting it right. 2 years ago, we called it out. This guy goes ahead and starts talking about Benjamin Graham. Are you starting to see the pattern here? Are you starting to see? So the goal now is, what are other stocks out there? You may know of them, but the question is, how do you know if it's a good value? How do you know how high it's going to go? How do you know if it's a good buy? How do you know if it's good fundamentals? That's when you need institutional graded data, which is what we've created and what we provide. And in the next, I want to say 4 hours. Let's see. In the next 5 hours, this thing will expire. So I hope I see you there. In the meantime, real quick, we're starting to see this thing formulate a U shape here. Very clear. This is not some double bounce here, like a double mountain. This thing's a legit U shape. So I expect this thing to continue going up. It's very clear. If you look at the quarterly range real quick, we are pretty much ready to go. I mean, honestly. So I think this thing's going to continue going up. Any small dips to, let's say people are saying $3 or something, $3.20. I think people are just going to be like, I need to buy this right now. But this thing's starting. You can see this little cross section here. We're about to go to the moon, guys. And, very excited. Our due diligence came true. And it's funny because we calculate the price target and we're off by pennies. We're literally, max off by, let's say, $2. We're on top of it, right? And again, 8 plus 8 doesn't have to equal 16. If you find a company worth $1 and you say it's equal to $14, okay, that's fine. And it ends up being 16, great, right? It's just it's just really cool, right? We called out Clover, talked about Benjamin Graham, and then 2 years later, the CFO talks about Benjamin Graham and how undervalued stocks. And it's funny because he talks about Graham's principles became the bedrock of Buffett's investment philosophy. Then in 1956, at the age of 26, Warren Buffett started Buffett Partnership. I need you to remember the date, 1956. Remember that in your head. Hold it for 10 seconds, 1956. Okay, so then now we go in and we go here and we go here. And then I want us to zoom in here, okay? So the CFO literally said 1956 he started his Buffett partnerships. Guys, look at this. A year later, 1957, what is he talking about? He's talking about intrinsic value. Intrinsic value. And what do we teach? Intrinsic value calculation. It's very clear, and I hope that the bricks that society has put in your face, the matrix that's literally taught you to be poor, is finally breaking before your eyes. And you're starting to realize that you can become millionaires just like that. You just need to know this information. And I hope that we're breaking down the walls of oppression. We're breaking them down. Okay. So let's go ahead very quickly. Let's look at the comment sections real quick. What Al went through life, 60 cents was nothing. Al is a battle. Oh yeah, that 60 cents. I was laughing, right? But there were nights. There were nights. I was Googling. I was like, man, is there anything about Clove? I was Googling Clove stock. Is there anything? Then I go like to images, and I'm like, shoot, all I see is me. Okay, I go to videos. I'm like, fuck, it's all me. it's all me. God dang it. So I was like, I was the only, it was the only person, right? So it's pretty good, right? There were nights and I'm just like, is there anybody out there that is talking about Clover? And I'm like, damn it, it's only me, right? And it sucks. Sometimes it sucks. But guess what? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are creating one of the largest value investing communities out there. So in the future, it won't be just us. It won't be just me. It'll be all of us, right? It won't be just us in silos in our homes trying to think of a better future for our family. We'll literally be able to democratize financial literacy, come together on a stock terminal and talk, right? And then plug holes and poke holes in our investment thesis. It was videos like that one that gave me the strength to average down from like $15 to 60 cents and end up with over 100,000 shares at 87 cents. Nuts. That is insane, Drew. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is insane. Ramen noodles Christmas back then, right? Remember that song, birthdays was the worst days. Now we shoot champagne when we thirsty, right? Had a complete paradigm shift at that time. Red equals good. Exactly. Be fearful when others are, be greedy when others are fearful. Thank you, Al. I'm up 70%. Excited to learn the option strategy. Joining the platform was the best thing I have ever bought. Coming from a lower middle class family that is financially illiterate. You know what? I'm so happy to have you here. And guess what? This is lifetime. And guess what? You can share this with your sons and daughters, right? We are trying to create a family here in a community of like-minded folks so we can win up against Wall Street. Because trust me, guys, we're going to have another opportunity like this in the future. And the next one, you guys are now battle-tested ready. You guys will be ready. All right. It's going to be great. Oh, I can't wait until the next blood on the streets. It'll be fun. We will be ready. We will be ready to rumble. Al is the Oracle of Tucson. That's so funny. No, I'm just copying Warren Buffett investment style. That's all I'm doing. He is the true Oracle, right? But I appreciate it. I cannot believe I've been following Al from the beginning and the journey this has been. I had all faith in Al, and he has changed my life. You know what's crazy? You guys all changed my life. I mean, this community is so amazing. I mean, I love this. I mean, I can always talk to someone about stocks now 24/7 because I got people from all over the world on our stock terminal. So we're always here, right? It's really cool. Where's Shin? That's my boy. I think he went to bed early, Drew. You see, we're all family here. We all know each other. It's really cool, right? Anyone doing cover calls now? I'm doing it on the FU side, the FU money side. Might do it after a run up It's been a long road after 60 cents. Oh, hell yeah. I did $4 cover call, and I hope I can buy back the dip at 320. What a blessing it would be. Oh, I know. And a lot of people are looking at that. That's why I'm thinking any short term is they'll be, be buying the dip opportunity. Yeah, my wife wanted to kill me. She ain't mad no more. I can tell you that. She watches L videos too now. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I'm gonna start that one. I love that. That's good. Hit that like button. Hell yeah. Thank you, Scuba. Monthlies look oh yeah, it's like a cup and handle maybe forming. Absolutely, man. I see that cup. For folks that don't know what cup and handle is, I get it. I get it. Cup and handle pattern. You just Google it here. You see it's, like there's the cup, here's that nice cup and a handle, and then it goes to the moon, right? So that's kind of what it is. After this week, I'm sure her smile is even bigger than in that picture. I love it. I love it. Knowledge equals confidence minus emotion. Absolutely. Al Lynch over here. Yo, like Clove at 28, you should love it at 60. Oh, there it is, right? Literally. That's literally. And guess what? That's what I preach too. If you go back to our stock terminal, there's an educations tab, and we have all the books that I recommend, and Peter Lynch is one of them. There's a lot of books in there that we recommend. I recommend. It's really good. Al, when did you first purchase? My first purchase was February. I think mine was around like $7 to $8. It was on its way down, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is a great opportunity." And then I did a little bit, right? And then I just kept doing. And once it dropped after 5, down to 4, 3, that's when I started going heavy. And once it went down the book value, I said, "Okay, guys, that's it. I'm selling the kidneys." I'm just kidding. Okay, I still have my kidneys, but yeah, I went crazy. You should do negative cash flow. 3 billion auditors have quit, but sales are up huge. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's so hard in SMCI. Now, yeah, so yeah, SMCI is on our due diligence. We've done it. It's in our stock terminal somewhere. We've done the research. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. The problem is you can't really trust the accounting. So that's kind of creepy, right? What's going on? Can we share this platform with our pets? Is that allowed? Or, we should share it with every pet, especially squirrels named Peanut. So I'm so sad about that, guys. I think Peanut may win the presidential election here. I honestly, people vote for some weird shit. You know what I mean? I think a squirrel may be one of them, honestly, because that's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is sad. That is really sad. Okay. Let's see. Earnings gonna be fire. Oh, it's gonna be fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys a lot. As you can see, we've done the work. 2 years ago, we talked about Benjamin Graham. I mean, we talked about it 4 years ago. Then they hired a CFO that talks about Benjamin Graham and the Oracle of Omaha, and he references 1956. When a year after, we've referenced 1957 letters that talk about intrinsic value. What do we preach? We preach the mastering, which if you go ahead and go back here, let's get to the mastering. It's the same. The bundle includes the mastering. We go here, and what do we do? And we've been doing this from day one. What do? We talk about fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Intrinsic value merges both worlds of investing. And now we've gotten to a point where you cannot deny it, right? The proof is here. So we got about 4 hours now, 4 to 5 hours. And the coupon code will expire. Hope to see you guys there. It is a pleasure and honor to serve each and every one of you. I will see you in the next one. God bless you guys. They killed Peanut. I know. So sad. So sad. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to go to the gym. Love you guys a lot. Let's make money. And I can't wait to take some crazy vacations with you guys. It's going to be amazing. And I can't wait for Vegas. God bless you guys. I'll see you on the next one.